Right then people, well welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do some work on the RSV Mille. I've got a few parts here that I've purchased from AP Workshops and an exhaust collector that I'll talk to you about as well. I've kind of put this job off a little while because I didn't want to be taking the tank off the bike, and it's not a job I'm familiar with the collector as well, but I'm going to bite the bullet today, and if it's off the road for a week or so then I'll just ride something else. So, front and centre stage we have this exhaust collector. So I bought this on eBay. I think I paid £100 for it, and it came with the other front section of the exhaust as well. I sent this off to Red Rat Racing, and he's done the exhaust collector mod, so they put a branch weld in here and one there as well. I'll be honest, I'm really impressed with the workmanship. I was polishing the pipe up. This is all going to be hidden anyway out of view, but the bit that you might be able to see on the bike has actually come up quite well, and it'll tarnish anyway, so that's that. I have the FR200 EEPROM for it, so we'll put that in. I've got the airbox mod, which is good, and the Gen 1 filter. I've got some free of charge foot pegs. So AP Workshops, again, Griff, great team over there. I keep slipping off the pegs and I've struggled to find the right spec from Demon Tweaks and others that I've had a brief look. He basically just said, I'll throw you some in, you've spent enough money with us, you can have some old ones. So they're second hand, but they're spot on. Clean up nicely as well. And finally, due to the old Sprag clutch problem, not a problem I've had, but generally speaking, I've got the upgraded battery cable kit with starter solenoid. So that's going to be keeping me busy in the shed for the next few hours. Come and join the fun. Oops, forgot to mention as well, I have a screen from Moto Vision. It took bloody months for this to arrive. Double bubble screen. It's the biggest screen I've ever had. It's the bloody size of it. But yeah, and I decided to go for a clear one because you've actually got a really nice amount of carbon fibre on the dash. Well, that's just reminded me of something else I need to do. So yeah, that's good. And the dash, if you watch the last video of the ride, the shift light comes on at like halfway, it's like 5,000 RPM or something, so I'm going to increase that to a more sensible number. It's a bit of a distraction just flashing away every time I'm riding. So yeah, bear with us. Right, so here she is. Now, to get the collector off, I've been told you need to take off this high pressure hose. You set the tank off, and then you can get into these down there bolts, which can be a bit of a pain. So we'll give that a go. What I've got. In fact, I don't need to drain the tank, do I? I was going to drain the tank. Usually I leave it vented, but I don't need to. I can just take the whole tank off on its own. Glad I thought of that. So yeah, let's start taking the tank off. So first job's done. We've changed the screen. What a difference that's made. So completely different profile there. Really looking forward to going on a ride with it, and you get to see more of the dash as well. Just keep going on about because I quite like. So that's good. I'm not looking forward to doing that. Maybe we'll do the airbox now. Oh, look at this. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this anymore. The bottom just split over years of use. So I now have two. Lucky me. So what I've decided to do is just drain the tank. So I've just got this little connector in here. because I've got to take a high pressure hose off the other side, and I'm not sure whether it's going to leak everything out, so we'll drain the tank and then we know where we stand. But yeah, this short job's turning into a longer one. How's that going there? Right then people, so yesterday was a really productive day actually. A while ago I was meant to fit the battery cables, and I thought it would be a quick under the seat jobby, and then it talked about, Griff and the team had written quite a comprehensive instruction manual, so I read through that, and it basically said, you know, you need to remove the tank, remove the side panels, and I just thought, you know what, this can wait for another day, I want to go riding. So yeah, yesterday I'll probably fast track through a lot of the footage for what I did, because it just went on for hours. I was probably outside for like 5 hours. Not the most productive work, because sometimes I get distracted, but yeah. Anyway, one of the jobs I couldn't do was the airbox mod. So when I tried to put the new filter in and put the airbox lid back on, it just wouldn't fit. So I rang Griff this morning, and within 5 seconds of him explaining it to me, I felt like a bit of an idiot. So yeah, the whole point of the airbox mod is you remove the top of the airbox, and you've got this big sort of, almost like a diaphragm sort of thing, this rubber thing, which when the tank goes back down, it insulates itself, so you've just got a wider area to draw air from. Kind of obvious when you think about it. So that's the last job to do today. I fitted the FR 200 EEPROM last night. I'm going to start the bike and just see how it sounds and just make sure it runs, make sure the ECU is working and everything. But I'm waiting on a bloody delivery, and I need this. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this delivery. So I can't go outside on it for another 2 hours. So I thought, right, let's do the airbox mod now, and then go riding later. But yeah, I think I'm reasonably capable with things, but the Aprilia wasn't something I've worked on before, and I almost found it a little bit I didn't want to have the bike laid up for weeks after having it go, but honestly it's a really simple bike to work on. It's very intuitive as to what to do, what to remove, and I'm really pleased I did that yesterday, because I understand now how to take the bottom belly off, the side panels, the collector, the tank, the airbox and everything. So, and I don't think I'd ever need to go further than that. So yeah, worth having a go yourself first if you've got time, especially over winter when you're not going to be riding it anyway. So anyway, I'll stop whittering on and let's get this airbox on. Right, I'm not doing it the proper way, which is supposed to take the tank off. I can't be arsed, so I'm going to try and struggle through. Done. Done. Finished. Right, so finally finished. That bike has had it all now. It's got the collector mod, it's got the airbox mod, it's got the EEPROM, it's got the chain, it's got the sprocket at the back, it's got the front sprocket. It's had a new screen on it. It's had the battery cables upgraded, it's had new foot pegs, it's had a side stand put on it, it's had the radiator guard protectors, it's had the upgraded starter solenoid. What else have I bought for it? What I do need, the only other thing I'm going to do, I was 50-50 on the Oberon clutch cylinder. I don't think it's required, it's fine for me. But I will be buying some heat-proof foam for the insides of the belly panels and the side panels, because it's kind of just perished a bit. But I'm really excited now. I'm going to get changed. The weather's looking 50-50, but I'm going to go out. If I get wet, I really want to ride it now. So yeah, join me in a second.